Imagine giving out your name information to people in public. Be like, hi, my name's Jose Dan Garcia and I go to Angelo State. Now, with that, most people would just bat a second eye and not even care about it. But with the internet and their algorithms, they will never forget what you say to them and will most likely find even more little things that you might not notice. With algorithms, you can find multiple ads and unwanted information to be showing up on your feed even though you don't understand why. A way to stop that is by doing a couple few tricks and few steps to stop and control what the algorithm can see, but only to an extent. Now the main points I want to talk to you about are how algorithms take people's data, simple steps to limit your data being out, why this helps information from spreading to you and how it can stop affecting you. And the fourth and final is mainly different ways that you can actually do it and why it would help benefit you personally. Now, with algorithms, they take people's data all the time. When you go on a website, they will ask you, do you accept these cookies so you can go on? Once you accept those cookies, those information that you go into looking into it will be shown everywhere else. Like one of my good examples is when you're looking at some treats on a dog website like Chewy, for example. After you get off that, you can go onto your feed on your Instagram, or you can go on different websites. Once you do that, you'll see a lot of more dog ads pop up for Chewy specifically because they got your data and able to spread it between social media platforms. So everything you look up will most likely be read by an algorithm and be used to help influence you. Now, with an article thinking with care about personal data profiling and more than human approach, this site tells you profiling and how people profile you and how it affects people when it comes to information and gathering information from people. With that, people can easily gather what your point of views and what you find valuable and then try to use different websites and different people like in voting or election time to where they can influence you into thinking they're on your side. Sometimes this can be beneficial, but sometimes this can also just lead to fake information being spread out, which they know that you would believe because of your values. Now, steps to fixing that data I found out in the path analysis and model to identify the effects of social media. It's another article that explains how to save your information and data. It's mainly focused on your health insurance and healthcare aspects of data being shared throughout hospitals. But this can also go into other things to where when you go on there, deny the cookies or go back, delete your data from the website, and all that data that you gave to them will just disappear to an extent. But this is also a simple way to do it and stops your data from being sold. Now, this can also help stop the fake news from spreading information on your feed. From an article, it's not like they're selling data to any dangerous people. I've learned from his article and his aspect of what he was writing about the controversial statement was that most of the time people just get your data just to find out what you need and personally what you are sought after. But most of the time, this information gets sold to the wrong person and it can go into a little bit more deep into what you would more likely like. This can go into your IP address. This can go to maybe your social security. You never know. Data and algorithms are very loosely when it's built like that. Now, if you think about it, imagine just going on a website and going everywhere looking up Democratic views, Republican views. Once you find that, you'll get a lot of information of just unwanted information that you probably don't want to see after looking up for a long time. With these videos, they can show you different points of views, different ways to sway you. And that's not really a professional way of doing things. And not that many people really think about it. But your data information is being sold to other companies. And these companies are finding your exploits and trying to influence you into doing other things that you probably don't want to think about or even think about. With all that, you gotta understand that when you go on a website, you need to protect the data. You need to watch out where you give your cookies. You need to watch out what you're putting your information in, signing up profiles. And there's other ways of doing it, like getting a VPN, which is pretty much putting your servers into a different nation. I can look up something on a website and they can get my IP address. With some VPNs, you can also go and you can say that your computer is technically in Europe. So when they go into getting your information, they will believe you're in Europe and your data is pretty much safe. But not all the time this works. But it's a good step and it is a bit pricey. So with algorithms influencing your data and different steps on how to protect it, you can find other ways to avoid websites from stealing your data and using it without your permission. Even though you do give them permission, you can avoid doing that just by not clicking accepting cookies. An algorithm can easily take your data and information, and you probably don't want them to do that. So there's easy steps to stop them from doing that. Now, if you want to watch out for websites and not accept cookies, you can protect your data by using different steps in gratitude. So hopefully that would help you later on in the future if you don't want to see anything popping up when you don't want to.